Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
We live. What's up, Vaughn? We live, we live. My bad, bro, on the weight too, man. I'm hip, fool.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. 4 yards, the result
Ravens
of the
defense.
First play from scrimmage.
Damn Raven defense, boy, I tell you, it's going to be a problem. I already know it.
You've got to take some pressure off this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down.
Oh, where you throwing that shit, bro? That's what I'm talking about with Haskins, bro. That should be bad, bro.
Beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins.
What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
Picked off at the 47.
What the fuck?
And he's free going down.
Hey, bro, I ain't never seen a pick like that. I've never seen that in my life, bro. On Madden, ever. What the fuck? Yo, the nigga, I caught the ball. He's going for it.
That first drive,
oh, I'm like,
the offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the
that
defense,
is
certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down
did that to me. I ain't never had that happen. Ever.
Conditions, the point after's up and good, and that makes the score 7-0.
After I flipped up and went to your man.
Get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
That's what I can say on that one.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Back to the air, Haskins after the pick six. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Where I play at? Okay, I don't see it. There you go.
Haskins on third down.
Good hit.
A double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon
This nigga was getting his ass jammed up.
I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. On second down, it's Ingram, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This is Ingram on first and 10. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
He's not trash, yeah.
On second down, Ingram. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
I can't believe they even let you play.
On third down, Jackson. Dancing to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction downfield or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 20.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. They'll run with McKissick. And an alley to run. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Down to lose one.
To throw again on second down. Jackson flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
On first down, Ingram. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On second down now, it's Ingram. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Dances by him. Well, nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Running to start the drive is Love. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, here's Love. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now, a chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. On first down, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. And they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. From midfield now, Haskins. Got him in, it's Brown. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now it's Jackson escaping the pressure right. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
So first thing that crosses my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Following the turnover, it's Haskins. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
It's windy as shit, too.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash.
Oh, my God. What's up with my shit lagging, bro? My shit lagging, bro. That's the 2nd time they did that. All right, my shit lagging. Now I know that. The fuck? My shit lagging like shit.
Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime
Look at that shit.
Coach,
This joint lagging like a motherfucker, huh?
Set to continue as we are underway in the
Hey, bro, I'm about to stop this stream, bro. That joint motherfucking, that joint